welcome back everybody to everything that you can watch racing related this upcoming weekend. And there is a lot of smaller championships or series that I usually don't watch are actually racing this weekend, and a lot of the big ones that I tend to follow, they're all off. So that gives me plenty of opportunity to watch other things, and I'm going to tell you guys what is on. So the first big one that I do follow is MotoGP, and they are returning this upcoming weekend in Spain, as well as Moto2 and Moto3, and the Red Bull MotoGP Rookies Cup is also happening this upcoming weekend. They're all racing in Jerez, so make sure to check that out. Then in Spain, we also have the World Rally Championship racing. Of course, there will be racing off track. If you're a fan of the WRC, make sure to check it out. So moving forward, I'm kind of just going to organize it based on where people are racing, compared to just picking out a few, because there's so many different things are racing. So the first thing I'm going to bring up is at Cota, so the Circuit of the Americas. We have Toyota Gazoo Racing GR Cup North America Racing. If you're unfamiliar with Toyota Gazoo Racing, they're all racing, I think, in a Toyota 86 GR, and it's actually really cool racing. We had, I believe it was earlier this year, Keanu Reeves was racing in that with a special Berserker livery on his car. We had the guys from Dude Perfect Racing. So you have also some amateurs and some more professional racers there. So there's actually a lot of battling on track happening. So I do recommend checking that out. Then we have the GT World Challenge America also racing at Cota, TC America, as well as GT America racing at Cota. So if Cota is your track, there's lots and lots of racing going on, and maybe if you're in the area, get a ticket. Usually tickets for events like that are not too expensive. And then moving on from that, we're going to do something a little bit different. We have at the Z-Max Dragway, we have the NHR Mission Foods Drag Racing Series returning this upcoming weekend, as well as the NHRA Pro Mod Racing Series. So if you're a fan of drag racing, make sure to tune in for that. At the Shanghai International Circuit, we have this upcoming weekend China Touring Car Championship Racing, TCR Asia Racing, as well as the TCR China Racing. So 3 different championships, all racing at the Shanghai International Circuit. Moving on from that, so much racing. As I said, there's actually 2 different types of endurance racing happening this upcoming weekend. In Silverstone, we have the British GT Championship. They're doing a 3-hour race this upcoming weekend. And then at the Nürburgring Nordschleife, so the really long and complicated and difficult track to race at, they have also a 4-hour race this upcoming weekend. Once again, if you're in the area, make sure to check it out, because I know last year the tickets for the 24-hour race at the Nürburgring was like $20, including being able to go to the pits. So if you're in the area, guys, make sure to check it out. Racing is good. Also at Silverstone, we have this upcoming weekend the GB3 Championship, as well as the GB4 Championship, which that is something I want to keep my eyes on, because if you're not aware, Abby Pulling, who won the F1 Academy Championship last year, she is racing in GB3, as well as Bianca Bustamante, who was racing for the McLaren team in F1 Academy. She's also racing in that championship. So I'm definitely want to check that out, because I want to see what those racers are up to. Then let's sprinkle in a few more things before we're going to finish up this video. Of course, for all the NASCAR fans, guys, NASCAR is happening every weekend. And of course, this weekend we have NASCAR. We have the NASCAR Cup Series, as well as the NASCAR Xfinity Series racing this upcoming weekend. And then, of course, AMA Supercross is returning this upcoming weekend, and they're racing in Pittsburgh. Okay. Very important. Supercross is coming towards the end of the season. I think we have like 3 or 4 more races left, and nothing is decided yet. No one has run away with any of the championships. Everything is still fought for. The 250 SX East Coast boys just had last weekend, for the very first time this season, a repeat winner. Before that, every race was someone else who won, you know. And then when it comes to 450 SX guys, we have Chase Sexton and Cooper Webb really battling it out for the championship. Kenny Roxon, my boy, he is in 3rd place, but I think unless Cooper and Chase are just gonna be throwing away their races for the next couple weekends, I don't think he has a chance to still win it. However, Supercross is always really, really fun to watch. It happens on a Saturday. Unlike most other racing, it is on NBC as well as Peacock. Please make sure to check it out. This is not an ad. I am just a fan. Okay, and then we're gonna round up this video with some little other sprinkles. We have the Archer Menard series racing this upcoming weekend at the Talladega Superspeedway. We have the American Flat Track racing in Ventura Raceway. And what else? What is the last thing I'm going to leave you guys with? We have the Rally X Euro League, sorry guys, racing this upcoming weekend at Valkenswaard. Once again, there's much more racing to be seen, to be watched. A lot of it you can actually watch for free on YouTube, so I highly recommend you check it out. As always, we will be back on Monday with our recaps from everything that we've watched, so make sure to check that out. Let me know in the comments what you'll be watching. I know for sure I'll be watching MotoGP as well as Supercross, and then I'm going to try to tune into the GP3 Championship, as I said, and then probably some endurance racing. I'm a big fan of the endurance series, of any endurance series. I am just finishing up watching the 6-hour race of Imola that happened last weekend, and it was good. You can still actually rewatch it if you haven't watched it. I really like having those on because it's, in a way, also very relaxing. Yeah. Anyways, as I said, let me know in the comments what you'll be watching. We are also now on Spotify, so if you want to watch all of our recaps or listen to all of those at once instead of getting them piece by piece, make sure to check it out, the Race Plaza Media podcast. And I wish you guys a good rest of your week, good rest of your day, good day in general. Okay, I'm going to finish this video because it's a mess. Goodbye.